message. It was more that it's an extra good Grimstroke game is what was leading to then.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm on board with Tundra in this draft. I actually think they've got a bit of an upper hand.
I will say these are both just refreshing drafts from teams that often kind of follow the script of their own identity quite a lot. It's nice to see them both branch out very slightly, and that alone, like, Game 2 was pretty fun, even though it kind of eventually came one-sided. So
I'd say a lot from gaming. I mean, this is weird. Like, what they're picking is weird.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, so I just want to see how they execute it, if they can get this Mars to be strong enough to rebuke them out of the major. But yeah, we'll see.
Oh, we'll see indeed. Can Tundra punch their ticket to the Stockholm Major right here, right now? Let's find out together with the Suns fan and Lacoste.
Game number 3, Tundra versus Gaimin, Gladiators. Sunsfan here with Lacoste. Who do you favor? I'm not done doing the intro yet, Lacoste. You can speak now.
Thank you very much, Suns fan. We're going into the game straight away because we feel very uncomfortable showing our faces on the camera while doing this weird introduction.
And into a pause we go. Very exciting stuff from Gaimin, Gladiators, and Tundra. So we have a very interesting draft from Gaimin Gladiators. 3 juicy boys.
3 big, beefy boys, exactly.
Strengthy boys. A lot of girth on that line.
Not a best of 5, because if it was, there was a chance, because they're downgrading Mars from position 2 to position 1, and we don't have a position 0, because I don't think I've seen Mars being played as a carry. Maybe it rings a bell, but if it was a good thing, I would probably remember it.
As you get older, that's not always the case. Let me just tell you ahead of time before you realize that in the near future, my friend. But yeah, it is unusual to say the least. Deso, I would assume, is part of the build. Right?
Oh, it must be.
Got to be required.
Definitely. Maybe Armlet like Blink, BKB, Deso. You need a lot of items. I like what Tundra's got. I still agree with what Panel talked about, that Burb was not countered enough with these heroes. Sure, Mars can deal a lot of damage later on, especially if
position 1.
Mars, position 1, yeah. But this is a free Batrider game. This is like, once he picks up the BKB, he can just do whatever he wants in the fight. So they need to kill him immediately. I'm not sure if that's like doable. They can. They do have like burst damage, but you know, playing into birds again, we've seen what the birds can do in the fight, especially in the backlines, not allowing supports to use their abilities. I think this Pugna is heavily countered by the birds just in general. I think I said the word birds like 7 times so far. Help.
Birds? Well, let me mention something else. Timbersaw. You also mentioned that was available for Tundra. You're saying this off air, of course. They had a couple good choices to counter this very unusual lineup from Gaimin Gladiators. But I feel like Gaimin Gladiators, they have done a lot of weird stuff in the last couple seasons, and it's worked out really well. You know, they've kind of set a meta to a degree. They've forced people to kind of play around how they want to play. So I'm interested to see if this is going to work because, like you said, Batrider's going to have a really good game, and it starts mid. This is I would assume, tell me if I'm wrong,
it's
really
a
rough matchup
Batrider
for Sand King.
Yeah, if we look at the map, we can see that this Batrider is on the mid lane. So it's a mid Batrider.
That's not what I said, but thank you, Lacoste. Appreciate that. I was saying, of course, that Sand King will feel very bad.
Sand King will struggle. Yeah, Boom starting with the Caustic Finale wants to be able to push out the waves, but Batrider, look at this stick charges. He doesn't even have a stick. Is he bringing one? Yeah, he's bringing one. Because you already have gold. Like, if you wanted to start with a stick, you could have.
Yep, for sure. And he's going to have to wait it out. But now the stick is there. And, of course, Batrider hits level 2 before him, so he has to really respect that Firefly damage. Let's talk about this bottom lane. So, Skeeter's going to be playing kind of in the off lane as his position 1 on this Wraith King. And it's going to be against Ace's Underlord, which is a hero that I haven't gotten to cast a whole lot since they've made some changes to him, so I'm really excited to see how this
What are you most excited for?
The Fiend's Gate, of course.
Of course, you were going to say Atrophy Aura.
Atrophy Aura, which I don't think has changed. Is that, or has it?
No, but maybe we didn't see too much.
Mid lane. All right, 8 stack sticking Napalm, but the burrow into the walk away ends up working out for Boom.
He's out of mana. He had only mana for one stick. That's the problem with the Batrider, because if you go for this type of a play and you don't get the kill, you're putting yourself in a tough spot. Like this sword doesn't have much damage. 49, 51 at the moment.
And Dyrachyo now in this top lane. He's getting forced out for now. But they've really switched these lanes up a lot with kind of I mean, this is the position 1 Mars in kind of the off-lane situation. Is this to try to match up against the Visage in specific?
I mean, Tundra also swapped the lane, so they're basically playing off-lane on the safe lane, both of them.
Yeah, we see Grimstroke has a couple of good targets with that Inkswell eventually. Obviously, the Burrow Strike Sand King is going to be the main target. But how is Soulbind this game? Does that even work on... I assume it doesn't do anything on Burrow. Life Drain?
It does. It works with Burrow.
So it stuns, but do you end up on the opposite location?
No, you split in half. That's how it works.
Oh!
You get the left
then you
part
get
of the Scorpion.
You get to micro a second Scorpion the rest of the game. That's great.
Yeah, that's why you don't want to use it, because if your micro skills are not as good...
Yeah, Dyrachyo is going to get off the spear. Tofu with the Inkswell. Sox is going to get stunned. In the face of the tower, the Rebuke is going to keep him at bay, but they're going to be able to scout out. Oh my god, and the Soul Assumption from afar, from downtown. 33 gets first blood. It's going to be a trade, but Tundra's still getting the advantage overall there.
This is not a good trade. I don't think Mars is getting what he wanted from the lane. Underlord is, however. He's sitting at the 24 CS, 2 points in Aura. Has enough to buy a ring. Might be a bit too big. I'm not sure if he can pass through this little spot. He can. He needs to cut down the tree. He's actually too big.
Yeah, when you're that big, I can attest to this. As Snake King's going to help get a kill here on Celery. But you start
How many
waddling.
trees would you need to cut?
That's too many now. It's the... I mean, the problem is when you start waddling, that's when you know you're in trouble. And he definitely has a waddle to him. As 9 trying to contest the small camp here from Boom. Who is just
bottom
about
ace,
level
he's
5.
in trouble, very dead.
Yep, with the Geminate.
He could have tried to outrun them.
Well, he's too girthy, I think, on the Underlord. No boots yet for him. The waddle will become a little bit faster paced once he picks that up. But mid lane, in terms of the CS, 20-2 for the Sand King and 9 on the Batrider, 27-5, so not a huge surprise. Maybe a little bit better for the Sand King than we were expecting. Snake King's going to suicide here.
Boom, he went for a different item build. He went for the boots, upgraded the whole stick into Magic Wand to be able to get some extra charges and also try to outrun. I mean, for the whole Radiant team, like you can apply the same saying about the Bears. Like, you don't have to be, if you're trying to run away, you don't have to be be the fastest one, just don't be the slowest one. So Underlord is definitely the slowest, everyone else is fine.
Yep, that's a good way to look at it. Just as Dyrachyo, Soul Assumption to the back of the head, gets off the Rebuke. Tofu's in the air, he gets a nice slow off onto Soxa.
Rocket into Soul Assumption.
Gives a little bit of vision.
Not in range.
33 not able to get off the Soul Assumption despite it being such a low cooldown. Looks like Soxa will die. Tofu's taking a lot of damage in the meantime from 33, who gets off another Soul Assumption. Not enough to kill Dyrachyo, though, who gets a salve on top of that.
Yeah, this should reveal the ward, because they placed it immediately. Going to be some extra gold and experience. Tofu finds it. Tofu, biggest winner in this lane, I would say. You love when your carry / offlaner die, so you get some solo XP, you get some free gold.
Probably, maybe not good for the game overall, but good for you.
For you.
Yeah, no doubt about it. What do you think of Underlord's ult, by the way? Fiend's Gate.
I thought it was a meme. It's a very good meme.
Yeah.
It's very usable. When I've seen OG play with it, it kind of changed my mind, because you can play super aggressive. You take a fight, you can like buy back. If you don't have a TP, you can always come back into the fight.
Yeah.
Full HP, full mana, feels really good.
I really like seeing it from the mid lane. That's what makes it more exciting, but obviously Underlord, I don't know. Not the most traditional mid laner. He can obviously push out the waves and whatnot, but then again, he is playing safe lane kind of this time around. So we'll see how he uses that Fiend's Gate to his advantage. Did they buy? I think they bought Ags in one of those games, right? The Ags actually I thought was terrible. It actually seems pretty good.
I haven't seen it yet.
You haven't seen it at all, really? It's kind of cool.
I did see it in demo mode, but that's
right.
about it.
I mean, it adds that extra timer to the pit in general, and then it adds a pit to your ult, so you can just literally pit people from across the map. As bot lane, Ace, you can see 9 has made his rotation over. and this is going to result in a kill eventually. He's going to get some damage thanks to the Firestorm percentage-based damage, but not enough to really kill anybody off, so.
I can't believe he couldn't run away there.
Yeah,
with
shocking.
no boots of speed. It's the problem with the hero. If you get on top of him, if you have like enough damage to kill him, and he doesn't have Fiend's Gate, or it's just very difficult. He does have a Vanguard, so he's relatively tanky. Tofu is making some stacks. Okay. Not sure who's going to farm that. Probably going to be Sanking on a mid lane, and he's also stacking for himself, so going to be a decent timing on a Blink Dagger. You can also farm the Ancients much easier now, because magic resistance went from 50% down to 30. Well, that's why mid Sanking is really popular. I had a Weatherman segment about that today, but in case you didn't see it.
I did not,
It was so good that I had to repeat it.
Man, you really went downhill with the Weatherman when Jenkins showed up, though.
Oh yeah, he's here for only today so far, and you could feel the quality drop. Just kidding, we love you, Jenkins.
I would agree with that in a non-ironic way. As Tofu gets stunned up the first time, number 2 to come. Gets off the Phantom's Embrace, though. It's going to prevent another Soul Ascension finding him, but Snake King is in the area with the Shikuchi. He's going to get speared to a tree. Dyrachyo, they don't have a whole lot of damage to actually get the kill, as the Swarm's going to spot out Tofu. Looks like he'll eventually live, but a lot of pressure being applied in this top lane right now, as it looks like a Courier was taken out as well. I mean, this is a hero we haven't talked about, is the Clockwork. I know Sox is one of the best Clockworks in the world. This is one of his favorite heroes for sure.
Most definitely. He loves to play aggressive. This hero thrives on being active early on, getting the kills, going in, dying. Just trading overall feels good if you get the XP and then hitting that level 6. Also, they don't have heroes that can get outside of the cogs, outside Sanking, so feels like a really good Clockwork game.
Yep, that is true. I mean, that's another hero that's just really good against these melee cores. Dyrachyo gets off the spear, not going to latch Soxa to a tree. The Cog's going to keep him in place, and Soul Assumption will finish him off. Tofu looks like he'll live, but another death for the Mars in favor of Tundra. As you can see, Boom taking out these stacks, as he's working on a pretty freaking quick Blink Dagger, only 1,000 away from that. And maybe we can get a kill onto Sox on top of this. There's the Burrow. Inkswell is going to connect as well. And Tofu gets credit for that one.
So that's going to be a Blink Dagger. It's coming onto Sanking. Has a Fairy Trinket as well. Some extra magic damage on top of it. Epicenter is available. He's level 9. They need some big kills.
Yeah, Burrow. And then the Phantom's Embrace of Snake King. Oh, will he get a Courier? No. Cooldown for Shikuchi just a little bit too long right now. At level
if they
3.
clicked, that means that Sanking Blink Dagger was revealed.
Okay.
He didn't use the Courier to try to hide it or anything, so let's see how 33 approaches this one. He does have birds. He knows.
Yeah. Sandstorm very good against the Visage to take off that passive. We'll see if they have an idea that he is behind the tower. Dyrachyo gonna get scouted by the Familiars, but you can see that 33 is playing extra safe behind these trees. So Gaimin Gladiator is going to probably play it safe and maybe go for somebody else.
A lot of time wasted. They didn't do anything with this smoke.
But they're rewarded with a nice couple stacks here. Not too shabby. Soxa.
Exactly what Boom did in Game 1 when he was playing Lashtrack. Just playing this part of the map.
Yeah, true.
He has no boots. That's the problem with their hero. Like, they're
visible
tanky.
Soxa sets up the Cogs battery assault. Dyrachyo gets off the Mars Arena, but not to much avail, as he's going to get dropped really easily, as there's the Epicenter Blink combo. Boom. Couple of kills right off the bat. Getting extremely good value. That's true. Tofu stealing everything. Soul Assumption on top of the Decrep. Looks like Boom will survive as the Soulbind slows them to a crawl. Nice turnaround here for Gaimin Gladiators.
Yeah, they get some return kills. You would definitely prefer if Sanking gets those kills, because he is a core overall. Get him that, like, I've been very skeptical for Sanking as a core, but his shard did change. I was talking about like the previous year when it was popular in Southeast Asia. I wasn't so convinced by it, but now also...
What was changed? That it doesn't proc when nobody's around?
Yeah, and also, like, I think damage changed overall. I think it got buffed.
Ace, still very slow, but he does have boots. Lacoste, doesn't really matter though.
Not just boots, full power treads.
That's true. That's making him even more girthy, as that is going to be a dead Underlord. And again, Vlad's choice for 33, by the way.
Worked really well in game 1. Just have extra bit of lifesteal, extra bit of damage, gives you that Roche potential, helps you out farm, gives you some mana. Not a bad item overall. It's a good build-up.
Oh, hook shot. That's the first of the game, I believe, from Soxa. Dyrachyo stuck inside the cogs. Battery Assault keeping him at bay. Celery trying to heal him up as a nice burrow from Boom with the Inkswell combo. They're going to clean up 2 as a result. Nicely done from Gaimin Gladiators. Celery now healing up onto Snaking, who has to time-lapse back to the other
Blink
side.
Dagger up in 3.
Even have time to high-five each other.
He's baiting.
No, not able to find Snaking, but in the meantime, you can see Tofu takes a tumble.
That's the problem when you get all the kills as a support early on. You are worth a lot of gold, so for solo kill he got 520.
Well, it's better to die now and not after 20 kills, right?
That is correct.
I mean, one thing we can, I'm sure he's not even queuing it up yet, but it's a long ways away. But if you are getting really farmed on the Grimstroke, Aghanim Scepter this game with Wraith King on the other team,
Feels
not too
really
bad.
good,
Not
definitely.
Too bad.
I don't think you want to go for others, but yeah, definitely a feels good item overall. Might need to get something else. Needs to protect himself possibly. Get something like a Force Staff to be able to get out of the cogs, because if he gets jumped, he's just straight up dead. Another smoke. Epicenter is available, so they want to find something. Scan connects. They know exactly where they are. You need to stun the burbs as well.
Burbies. Boom. Waiting to get Inkswelled. Epicenter. Into 33 they go. And he is dead right off the bat.
Unless you use
Birds
Epicenter.
will live. All right, we're going to see the rebuke used by Dyrachyo, who's still stuck inside these cogs. Going to try to turn this around. The Pit of Malice into the Firestorm. They're going to get the trade, a 1-for-1 in this little mini engagement. As the Fiend's Gate is up. That is the Fiend's Gate, right?
It is.
Why is it missing the gate portion? It just looks like a portal. Is that how it normally looks? I feel like it's missing some models there.
What is it missing?
It's missing like the outer gate area. It just looks like a full portal. We'll pay attention, okay? Maybe it's the cosmetic.
Yeah, maybe it's the cosmetic for sure.
The immortal cosmetic that no longer works for the Dark Rift that was added last TI and then instantly deleted because the ultimate was removed. Get wrecked, nerds. All right, 9. He's going to get caught inside the arena. Rebuke keeps him at bay as well, and Boom is in the area to get that burrow. Nicely done.
They
Big
need
kill.
to enable Mars. Like, Mars is really struggling this game. He's been caught already 4 times, but he's been also involved in all of those kills. So getting some extra gold from the assist.
Yep, Tofu gets off the soul bind. Looks like he's gonna drop. Nope, getting healed now. Will actually live, and Soxa looks to be the one that will likely drop. And it's to Tofu's hands. He gets revenge.
Celery, man, he's been all over the place. Look at him, decrypifying the burb. No,
make me start calling it burb every time now.
The heals are insane coming out from Pugna. One thing to notice, learned it a couple of days ago, but I'll say it for the stream that I knew it all along. That if you have any magic resistance, it means your life drain heals for less. So don't buy a Glimmer Cape if you're playing this like support Pugna. That's why people don't do it.
Oh, interesting.
But then you can decrypify yourself.
Oh, speaking of Pugna, he's dead. Now he's going to be put onto the cliff, it looks like. Getting off his heel for a little bit, but gets crit into oblivion by Skeeter. But it looks like Batrider. Oh my, that is the second death for 9.
9's getting shut down. These 2 deaths are going to cost him quite a lot. Because he wants the BKB. You know, panel talked about him being almost invincible once he goes in with the BKB. But they did manage to kill him 2 times, delaying his BKB timing. And that's pretty huge.
Yeah, it doesn't even have the Mithril Hammer. It's just the Ogre Club right now. There's Tofu. Trying to get out of dodge. Doesn't have any mana. Oh, but the hook shot from Soxa. Nicely done. Was that completely in fog? Either way,
I think
very
it was
impressive. 33, though. That's the bigger kill. That's in the mid lane. It's going to turn into a tier 1 tower as well for Gaimin Gladiators.
I think their lineup is online. Having this Sanking with the Boots of Travel.
Oh, there's the model. Yeah, it's just a little baby version. It looks smaller than usual. That's what she said. So we have the arena onto 2. Skeeter. See the Pit of Malice is connected into the burrow and the Sandstorm to fall. This is the 3rd death for 9 in just a few minutes now. Very bad timing for him as Skeeter He's going to get kited, but you can see Ace extremely low, but Sox is not going to do enough. He's going to take the Firestorm. Snake King gets off Swarm onto a couple of heroes. Another Pit of Malice. Wraith Fire Blast is going to connect onto the Underlord. But Ace, I think he might actually survive through this, especially with the Pugna now.
Celery needs to be careful to not kill himself. Another drain is available. Boom, having Arcane Rune in that fight, being able to use the Burrow Strike multiple times. And 9, the difficult one for him. Like, he just straight up died 3 times in a row.
Yeah, this is, I don't know if it's tilt or if Gaimin Gladiators are just doing a great job at kind of capitalizing on these mistakes. But that essentially is, I feel like that is the lead entirely for Gaimin. Like the 3K net worth lead is basically
it's the lead for sure. It's definitely not a deficit.
Well, it's a deficit for Tundra.
One way to look at it. So yeah, the good. He also has a Pit of Malice just to keep them in place. So Underlord, you know, he suffered in the laning stage, but is a big, tanky boy.
It's the poor man's double bubble, as we used to call it.
What did we call double?
Double bubble. Remember the Enigma ult black hole with Chrono?
Never called it like that. Never
double
heard.
Bubble for EG?
Maybe because I mute your stream. Just kidding. I don't know.
Boom. Epicenter with the Inkswell. That is a dead Visage. They are getting these huge pickoffs. That's just extending this lead now.
Oh man, Tundra, they're crumbling. Like, they can't get out and get the items that they want. I think they should just wait. Next set of items, get that Deso up on Wraith King, get the BKB. Here we go, Batrider teeping top, Fiend's Gate is available.
Yep, can he get away? He gets mini stunned, and down he goes. So that's a big kill in turn now for Tundra, but they're gonna need a lot more. They don't want to go in there. You never know where that could lead.
Yeah, you could go to Fountain.
Well, it'll be right outside Fountain. Sadly, you can't put it inside, but that's okay. So 3K lead now for Gaimin.
It's like you're a portal expert. Like, first, like, oh, it's not a gate, it's just a portal. Then you know where it can go.
Yeah, I mean, it's a restriction, you know? And it was in the patch notes as well, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, you might be from another dimension as well.
True.
As far as I know.
Well, I take real pride because apparently Cinderin came up with the idea for this ult. You can see it in the fine print.
That's his idea?
Yeah. This was his idea. He pitched it to Ice Frog himself.
I mean, it's better than what it was before.
Yeah, Dark Rift was not great. Snake King gets dropped here. Soxa looking in the very far future to getting that Aghanim Scepter, but that is a pretty cool one, the Overclock. And you can see Grim eyeing up the same thing. Can already buy the point booster though, so quite ahead of Soxa.
He found a Philly. Lost some value because Kerr is going back and forth.
Okay.
So, like, you need to be careful with the big boy Philly. Yeah.
That's like 15 gold you lost there. That's
more.
Kind of a big deal.
Yeah, but it adds up. Like, if you don't use it, like, you should definitely also have an item that you want to use mid-fight. Anything for the cast range, whatever.
A lot of pros that think this should be removed. What do you think?
Because it's too good, yeah.
It's too good.
I didn't say that. I'm probably the biggest fan of Philosopher's Stone out there. Someone takes my Philly, I feel kind of griefed.
Making it sound like a Philly cheesesteak. Really delicious. The celery is looking quite delicious, but
good reaction time from Boom.
Yeah, he's going to be the consolation.
He's definitely not a boomer.
Hook shot to the other side. Soxa focusing on Duraccio. Arena's going to be used just for him. It's going to force out the BKB from the Batrider. You can see the buyback onto the Pugna now, but Duraccio
toggles once, toggles twice.
Dead. Okay.
Toggles 3 times.
Surely he dies here. No way. Boom comes in with the Burrow and the Inkswell. That is the first life for Wraith King, and there's the heals coming out from Celery as well. And Duraccio is still alive somehow. How is this possible? The Wraith King ends up dropping. Duraccio, will this man die? Are you kidding me?
Oh my God.
These toggles are god tier.
That was beautiful. I think he toggled like 4 or 5 times in that fight, and Pugna also helping out when it was needed. Sanking has another Arcane Rune. Let's see if he decides to chase. They know that two of them are dead. Celery did buy back that fight, and the Fiend's Gate.
Oh yeah, look at that juicy stuff. Get back in there, son. Oh yeah. I love that the animation is you just...
You get sucked in. I mean, they have double suck. They have like Pugna, potentially triple with the Grimstroke. And the Fiend's Gate.
That's true.
That sucks you in.
Yeah. Just need a lion and you have yourself a real party. So 6K lead for Gaimin Gladiators.
You're the one who's missing because you suck as well at
Well said. Co-caster. Let's look at these armlet toggles, though. I mean, this is so hard.
This is insane.
so
like, the rest
hard.
of the team is like, are we taking the fight or are we not? Because Doratio is dead. But little did they know.
Yep, getting healed during the armlet being active.
Has bugs and Spirit Vessel, gets rid of everything.
God.
But still does the healing the second round. And the Fiend's Gate instantly summoned after to be able to heal up.
That is
beautiful execution from
dirty
Gladiators.
Stuff. Dirty stuff. And they've extended this lead as a result. Now, it's interesting. We have a 22-minute game on our hands, and Roche has not even been attempted yet. Firestorm, I believe, still works in the same way it used to, right? So it's still pretty decent.
The rest of the team doesn't do as much damage, so... I mean, if they take another good fight, Underlord does have some right clicks. This Lotus Orb also going to give them a lot of value, because Batrider does struggle against the item. Talent, what are we looking at?
Pit of Malice AoE just lining up for the eventual Aghanim Scepter, of course. Lacoste, easy peasy. Has the Lotus, like you said, and the Atos, so it gets essentially 3 roots, if timed correctly. Boom. He's gonna see through. Wait, does he see him? Oh, okay, he does see him. As you can see, the Fiend's Gate used, but to no avail, unfortunately, for Ace. He'll have to waddle back into the jungle. Yeah, if he had Pit of Malice, or if he had Ags, would have been good stuff.
It's, I mean,
You'll see.
enemies are not going to go through the Fiend's Gate anyway. So you kind of lose the value. No, I don't think I've ever seen enemies just like, oh, right, here we go. Take us to the journey. We don't know where we're going.
No, it ends at both locations, though. So you can Pit of Malice globally. That's what I'm saying. Literally, it's a global Pit of Malice. If you position it right on top of an enemy hero, the pit hits.
No, I guess what you mean. But, like, in terms of them getting in, that's not going to happen.
No. That's not part of it at all. I mean, if they'd like to.
For 4,200 gold, I feel like you're losing some value there. It looks like an Eye of Sauron.
Yeah, it's like, where's
the
the
wrong
model?
color?
It's like deep within. Crazy. Looking at his net worth, I mean, all 3 cores, all these beefy guys for Gaimin Gladiators. We were questioning their draft. The panel was not super sold on it.
Apparently,
so far,
if you're
so
a strength hero and the core, you get to be top 4.
Yeah, why not? That's the way I like to play Dota. Man, okay, I'm not saying Batrider was a bad pick. You already talked about how it was a good pick. If Timbersaw was picked, though, is this game any different?
Possibly, maybe. It's hard to say. I thought they were going to go with it, but it also seemed like a good Batrider game, which I still think it is.
Yeah.
It's just that he got killed 3 times in a row. He actually didn't get any gold.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was like a 5-minute period. You're just not gaining any gold, essentially.
Oh, it's that thing on his head.
Yeah, it's his head. He basically places the particle from his head. Did they just reuse this particle for the ult?
This pause issues me, to be honest. He spilled hot drink. I hope no one is hurt.
What did they say? He spilled hot drink. Oh, I see. Yeah. But looks like they're ready to go. Doesn't look like it hit any electronics. They'll prevent them from playing.
No,
which is very good. Looks like Satanic is next for the Underlord. Wow. So a lot of dispels, number 1, between Satanic and Lotus.
Yeah, you basically get another spell. You have those spells and you get this spell as well.
Wow. That's great. Great analysis. Thank you.
No, it's great against the Batrider and also Visage. I don't mind that. Also against Vessel.
Huh. Are you surprised it's not something like a BKB?
Gives him more tankiness, I'd say. Let me think about it.
Let's say you get Satanic.
To you in 30 seconds.
If you get,
I'm not listening.
All right, just don't talk for another 30 seconds, as you can just watch Ace farm right now. We can get some more item progressions here as Doratio has the BKB.
Yeah, he's more tanky. Gives him better stats.
Roshan being attempted now from Gaimin Gladiators. They're going to be scouted by the Rocket Flare, I believe. But we can see on the minimap, Tundra not really looking to defend. So this is likely to be a free Roche. Again, scouting out with the Rocket Flare. It's only the first Roche, though, so just an Aegis. Nothing crazy. You won't be seeing any Pugna shard yet, unfortunately for us.
I don't think we're ever gonna see that unless, you know, as you said, everyone has the shard on the team, and Pugna is the lonely, sad Skelly.
Oh yeah, look at this. Oh. Yep, that's his head. It's the same particle. I can confirm. So they reused the particle from a cosmetic.
It's also the icon of the Fiend's Gate as well.
Oh,
so they used it 3 times.
Oh, you're right. Yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. It looks good. That's the good news, right? I'm okay with them recycling stuff if it looks good.
So Mars picked up Aegis, also going for Satanic to have the spell mechanic.
Yeah,
Not bad.
shot. 9. He's gonna get his lasso off, but there's the soul bind. Keep them connected. But still, the Underlord dies to start this fight. Looks like they're gonna get the kill onto Soxa though. A 1-for-1. Definite favor for Tundra, but they're not done yet. Spear onto Skeeter. He's able to blink out though. So it doesn't look like Tundra's gonna lose anybody else.
For a second, I thought, how did it not connect like immediately on that tree? But it's actually a lamp where he speared him.
Up Swarm onto 2. Life Drain as well, but there's the instant cancel from the Wraithfire Blast of Skeeter.
The Crepified TP
Yeah,
out,
Crep
do they have any
flag.
cancels?
He is fine. Just
What
there.
an outplay. Doesn't even seem happy about
That
it.
is that a metallic cat tower behind him? What the hell? It's like something from the future. What is that? Is that just a
Good
pipe?
question. It might be a pipe, yeah.
If that's a cat tower, he must have like a
Maybe
robotic
the
cat.
pipe gave him some extra magic resistance there, so he lived.
Yeah, that definitely works. Duraccio, like you said, going for the Satanic into Ace. Wait, is he actually getting the?
No, he has a full Satanic.
Oh, Satanic's coming now. Okay. So for Underlord, I'm curious what you go after Satanic for an offlane Underlord that has just utility with us. You have to admit, this is kind of a strange build, right? I mean, I understand the Dispel.
He does a lot of damage.
Oh,
Fiend's Gate coming in.
Yep. All for Soxa, but the good news is he can go back into the eye. He can go back into his cosmetic if he wishes to return to where he came, from whence he came, that is, and he will do so. Cosmetic refunded just from the Steam market alone. Gets his 30 cents back.
All right, honest answer, Suns fan. Did you ever sell items on Steam market for 0.03?
No, never.
What's the lowest?
Lowest?
Yeah,
I feel like
that you put on the market.
have I ever sold anything? Lowest is maybe $100.
Oh, really?
I don't sell the garbage.
Well,
just the
you're a
good
rich
stuff.
man, I see.
I mean, it's like one item. $100, I'm rich. Hell
No,
yeah.
I meant because you're not selling the other items. Like the cheapest one you sold for 100? Okay.
I mean, I hoard
You're
everything.
a collector.
I have
Yeah, I get it,
thousands
I
and
get it.
thousands of items, yeah. Of course, I have a lot of self-made, humble brag, so I can't actually sell those. They're given to me for free. They just look pretty in my inventory. The Duraccio now with the Satanic. Still Aegis for another minute and a half, as Gaimin Gladiators still extending their lead slowly but surely. They haven't really run away with it, I want to say, but still in the driver's seat.
Yeah, Batrider has been completely shut down. He
Yeah,
doesn't
that's
even
the
have
big
lens.
story.
Has a Link Dagger, which is okay. It's more of like a pick-off kind of base defense where you're going to pull them into tier 4s. Soxa, same spot. Looks pretty dead.
Yeah, boom, just dancing around him. And they're going to find the kill. Duraccio trying to get some damage on this tower. Looks like they'll kill it as well. Is there a shard on Grim? No. Is Grim shard not good this game?
It's great.
I feel like it's
Excellent.
always good, right?
Just having a strong Dispel against Batrider feels extremely good.
Oh, but he has a full Aghanim Scepter. All right.
He's going to get it after.
Dark Portrait for Wraith King. You get an illusion that is quite strong. Initiation by 9 onto one of the strength melee cores that they have. Gets decrepified, but there is the initiation from Sand King. The Mars Arena with the Pit of Malice looking quite large indeed with that AoE talent. Trying to get into that Fiend's Gate. Not going to happen. 75 seconds on the deck, and we'll see if Tundra can try to clean up. They've only lost Soxa, who bought back into the game. That's
They
the
need to
Aegis.
help him.
Cogs going to push him back. There's the Soulbind. Inkswell's only going to connect onto one. Spear does keep the Wraith King at bay as Duraccio trying to limp away now. Boom might not be so lucky. He gets stunned up, silenced up as well. It looks like 9 might take a tumble again. Unfortunate for him. Skeeter trying to heal up a bit. Is Dyrachyo very healthy indeed. Gets Wraithfire blasted. Still has that second life on Wraith King, so not trying to take him out. Looking for 33 instead, and they'll be successful. They do have a couple of buybacks to work with. That's a dieback on the Soxa, by the way.
Oh, he speared him. Let's see if he goes for the kill. He does. Doesn't
Life
have a
_1.
blink dagger
Ooh.
to blink out, but Skeeter does.
Okay. Yeah, they're going to focus on the tower. There's a Satanic get back to full HP. And see if Celery kills himself here. Not this time. A little bit quicker. His Burrow Strike actually will miss. Can they take out the racks in time? There's no creeps here, so backdoor protection kicks in. Still 20 seconds on 2 of their core heroes. And they do have buyback. Another nice
They
dodge
do
here
have
from
Wraith
Skeeter.
King. At least his illusion, so that's going to be some extra damage.
Yeah, that's true. That is a nice illusion to take. Of course, it could be, if the build was a little bit different, it would be obviously strong. If you went for like AC or Radiance like the old days, there's a Burrow. Still has, oh, actually his second life is not up for 12 seconds, so that is just a dead Skeeter.
That's a huge
Wow.
mistake. Now they can continue. Mid wave is approaching. It's the catapult wave as well.
Goodness gracious. Looks like Celery's going to be able to TP out, and Gaimin Gladiators have essentially doubled their lead since the last time we mentioned it.
They're super tanky. We talked about like the tankiness of the heroes, tanking no E-Blade, going for Kaya Sanj, which makes him even more tanky. Underlord about to finish off Satanic. Unfortunately didn't survive there. It feels like he needs just a little bit of extra HP to be able to get back, and if he comes back into the fight with full HP, you're like, well, we wasted everything on him. He could be
dead.
available.
Yeah, this is just a really, really rough game for 9. So that is going to be his 7th death of the game.
I know what you were looking for. You were like, yeah, 9 deaths, I'm going to use this stupid joke.
What? Oh, no, I was not. Actually was not, for once. Not me.
Okay.
I was
Because
just
I thought of it.
Boots of Bearing online for 33. They can't be slowed for 1.5 seconds. Watch out. Forstaff now is, looks like the second Rax is in peril. 30 seconds to no Batrider. Tundra might need to give this up, or they'll just go in. As Skeeter blinks in with the Wraithfire Blast, Soulbind onto
They found Wraith King.
a familiar. Yeah, that's going to be a dead Visage right off the bat. That's the first life from Wraith King as well. Soxa, left to his own devices, is going to die inside his own cogs, and this might just do it. Looking like a 2-1 victory for Gaimin Gladiators, as they have the Wraith King illusion, which again, it does 1.5x damage versus the Wraith King. And it's magic immune. I actually forget that all the time. Why is it magic immune?
I don't know. I mean,
know.
it's very hard for Grim to farm it, so why not?
True.
But it does take a lot of damage. It takes 300% damage, so it's very easily killed. It's something you don't want to do, but sometimes you have to. This is going to be the Mega Creeps for Gaimin Gladiators. Let's see if they can pull them back into the fountain. I think that's the play. That's the only play they got, pretty much.
I mean, if they Dark Rift into the enemy fountain?
You said you can't do it. You can't do
Outside the enemy fountain. And then you cogs them into fountain, you Batrider ult into... You
Flame break 5 of them into the fountain.
that too. You have a lot of mobility, displacement spells, as it were.
Roshan will respawn in 2 minutes.
Yeah.
If they want to play it safe, they can wait. Or if they can find an opening.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough to say. Obviously, the DPC points matter a lot. The money as well.
Yeah. I mean,
So Gaimin Gladiators might play this safe for the next couple minutes.
yeah, this Atrophy Aura did a lot of work against Visage in particular, against the birds. It's just and also Wraith King. Like, he's in the middle of the fight, they're not dealing damage.
That's true.
And he also got the level 20 talent as well on top of that, so extra 15%.
Yeah, and the Skelly's dying as well. Buffs up his own damage. Pretty cool pick. I mean, the fact that they went for something kind of out of the box, not a traditional carry at all. As we can see, the
They
pick
did
rate's actually
struggle.
quite low.
Like, I think we gotta give credit to Dyrachyo in this game, because he had like 6 or 7 deaths early on. Now he has 5. Never mind, I just made that up. It felt like it.
Man, he really deleted a couple deaths from his name just by playing so well. If only it worked that way.
he got the gold back from it as well. That's
Right.
why he's so farmed.
Didn't bother with a Deso, just went for the AC instead.
I just wanted to sound more dramatic.
Fair enough. Yeah, Gaimin Gladiators looking very good to close out this series now. And
Yeah, you can see where those 2 deaths were removed when
of course.
when the network skyrocketed. This is it. Like, you see the 2 skulls I'm talking about?
Yep.
That's it.
Scrub that from the record. Easy peasy. And it just felt like, I mean, obviously they've been on kind of the back foot the whole game, but Skeeter, he now has a nullifier, but his impact has just not been felt at all. Like, 4 and 2. His farm just hasn't
Talk
been
to
on
me
the same
about this
level.
nullifier as an item.
Here we go again. Yes, what about it?
Well, what did you learn in the last
I
hour
learned
and a
nothing. I
half?
think I was right about everything.
You were right. That is correct.
Thank you.
And now into the Roche pit they go. Let's see how Tundra approaches
All right,
this.
who
Like,
takes the shard, though? Okay?
Pagna.
Please give it to Puck. Please, Gaimin, let it be true. I mean, they don't have it on Grimstroke. That's probably the best remaining one, in all honesty. I think the Underlord one is pretty meh. The Mars one's pretty meh. It's okay.
Mars is good. Mars one is fine. I think
Yeah, but
you give
it's
it to
mostly
him,
for
or you
farming,
give it
right?
to Grimstroke, because Grimstroke doesn't have one. He didn't buy it yet.
Yeah, Grims is the best one by far, so he'll take it.
Still can't believe they didn't give it to Pagna.
I know. In another universe, perhaps, when the patch actually buffs it to be good, we will see the Harry Potter versus Lord of the Rings life drain that you were discussing in game number 1, I believe. Outside the base for Gaimin Gladiators, they're smoked up, looking to finish this game. Duraccio. Yeah, I don't think they mind going on Wraith King. He dies relatively quickly. He'll get speared into the tower.
Oh,
Looks like
time
he'll
lapse.
spawn right on top of the pit as well. And they're going to be able to clean him up. Number 1, easy peasy. Duraccio is nullified. The Skeeter pops the BKB, focusing on Ace, but he's just so tanky. He's not taking any damage. And boom, looks like they're finishing off Soxa from afar. Just circling him with that shard. 33, look, Epicenter mostly misses, does a little bit of residual damage to 33 as the BKB's pop, but there is the Soulbind onto 2. 9 gets off his ult, but doesn't really do much as he has to limp back into his base. And you can see 33 kind of left alone for the time being. Tofu, I'm sure he had the illusion. It's kind of hard to tell here, but inside that pit of Malice, Skeeter will drop. Buys back into the game along with the Visage, though, as the tier 4 towers are starting to
Mega
crumble.
creeps are doing the work. Glyph
Indeed.
is popped.
And there's a lot of damage. The fortification is there, likely just delaying the inevitable as Weaver will die, buys back immediately, and now they can just focus on the Ancient itself. And inside the pit again, Skeeter, no ult for 5 seconds, and that is a dieback. And that'll be GG's as Gaimin Gladiators take it 2-1 over Tundra. So Tundra, again, they'll have another match in the near future where they can still secure their berth to the major, but it's not happening today.
Yeah, great showing for Gaimin Gladiators. Game 1, they came with a pretty unique strat, and they're using this Pagna to full extent, I'd say. We're pretty impressed by the way they played all 3 games on Pagna, but looked really good, especially Duraccio. Like, he had a really rough time in the lane, and he managed to come back. Those armlet toggles near the Roche pit, that's pretty insane.
Yeah, that is no doubt the play of the game, for sure. I mean, it's funny because the armlet toggling has not been as prevalent as opposed to back in our day when the toggle was instant. We just had so many cool clips. We haven't really had that many. That is one of the best ones I've seen in a long time. But Gaimin Gladiators able to secure this series 2-1. Let's see what the panel has to say about this series.